Guys, take a look at this right here. Oh my goodness. It's another really nice agate. Hey guys, it's Alex and Kip, and we are back out again on the Yellowstone River for another rock hounding adventure. We are going to be exploring this massive gravel bar today, looking for Montana agates, petrified wood, and other river treasures. I am so excited to bring you guys along. It is a beautiful spring day, and I think we're in store for some great rock hounding. We're going to get to it, and I'll see you when we find our first piece. And just like that, we've got our first piece here. Take a look at this beautiful agate. Oh, it's a really nice one. Not sure what Kip's doing there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned off. All right, this was actually a little tough to clean off. That algae is really kind of holding in some of those crevices. It's a pretty fractured agate nodule. It's got a little quartz geode pocket there. Be curious to get it a little bit more cleaned off at home, but I don't think there's a whole lot going on inside. Oh, you know what? I maybe take that back. There may be some banding in there. This could be a good one to maybe cut open on the saw. Guys, take a look at this right here. Oh my goodness. It's another really nice agate. Take a look at that. Okay, let's get this thing cleaned off. All right, here is that agate. It looks to be a pretty standard nodule. As in, I don't see any obvious moss or banding, but it is beautiful. There, you know, there actually could be a little moss in there. Either way, we are certainly off on the right foot. And one thing I really like about this gravel bar, which you may or may not be able to tell, is we had some really good ice jams this year, and I think a lot of this has been turned over, pushed around by the ice, so that should have exposed some new material. Kind of a pretty piece of jasper right here. Look at that. Ooh. Let's go clean this off. Look at that. Man, that is so pretty. That is just gorgeous. Don't you think, Kip? Don't you think it's pretty? Is it a pretty rock? All right, I think we got a little piece of petrified wood right there. Take a look at that. That is pretty. We see you, Kip. Isn't that beautiful? Whew. That is pretty. You guys can see how much this gravel's been moved around. And that's what we're hoping for. Hopefully exposing some new material. Found this piece here. This is brecciated jasper. Brecciated just means sort of like broken apart. You can see the brecciated pattern to it. Some really beautiful examples of this type of material out on the Yellowstone, and it's often overlooked. All right, guys, I think we got a really big one here. Let's see. Yeah, that's sizable. That's a good sized agate. And actually, just down here, it's a really nice piece of petrified wood. Let's go ahead and get both of these cleaned off. Okay, check this beauty out. Beautiful quartz pocket agate, and you can tell that there's some fine banding around that quartz pocket. I don't see a whole lot else going on, but it's really pretty. And then we've got this gorgeous piece of petrified wood. Look at that. Finding some really good stuff. And I do have some intelligence from Mrs. Agate Angler that there's another agate right here. Take a look at that. Oh, there's some really pretty blue color to it. Let's take a look. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Let's clean that all the way off. We've got our littlest rockhound out here with us. You might hear her in the background. Look at that. Kind of fractured. Really beautiful color though. All right, well this has been we're off to a pretty good start right now, I would say. We're definitely gonna keep exploring this gravel bar. There are a couple other little spots I wanted to check out. If you're enjoying the hunt, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And it helps you out so you don't miss future videos and content. So don't forget to do that. And also drop me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I read all the comments and I've been trying to put more effort lately into responding to you. But I love hearing about you, where you're from, you know, where you are in terms of the hobby, if you're a rockhound or if you're just getting interested, that sort of stuff. It's always fun to hear that stuff. Classic sandhill cranes. Okay, we've got a few interesting pieces in these little gravels here. There they are. Take a look at that. A really gorgeous piece of yellow jasper with some agate vein running in there. That is just beautiful. And then, of course, some gorgeous Montana petrified wood. Wow. And if you're interested in potentially buying some material from the Yellowstone River, I did open an Etsy shop not too long ago. On there I do have some polished specimens, both Montana agates and Montana specimens, as well as some other types. But I'm also going to be selling some tumbling bags. They're going to be 3 to 5 pound bags. Some are just agates, some are petrified wood and agates, some are just petrified wood, and then some are going to be a mixture of jasper, agate, petrified wood. I'm even going to throw some aventurine and pudding stones in those. So if you're a rock tumbler or if you're interested in getting your hands on some rocks, those are going to be on there, and they're all going to be handpicked by me and my family. So it's kind of a cool little thing to get your hands on. This is kind of a cool little thing here. What we've actually got here is a little beaver slide. You can see where they've been dragging branches. And if you were to follow this up here, typically you'll find areas where they've been working, probably back in those trees back there. Oh, look, right here. You can see where they've been chewing on things. Here's some more. You know, one of the things that I love the very most about hunting on the Yellowstone River is just the immersive experience you get between the wildlife, the natural scenery and surroundings, and just all these things that you find on your way around. We actually, on our way out here, we stumbled across a fox carcass, which, you know, it's sad, but that's just the way things work. We also saw a couple raccoons climbing up a tree. So you get the full experience. That's one of the things I love the very most about rock hunting out here. Well, the hunting has been slow but steady. We've got another agate right here, and then I think we're actually gonna move over to a slightly different area. Let's take a look at this thing. You can tell how sneaky these things are. Look at that. Oh, this one's pretty. Got a little spider right here. Hey, buddy. This is a really pretty agate, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. Okay, here it is. You can't, unfortunately, see a whole lot going on inside of this one because it's covered in host rock. And by host rock, I mean this stuff here. This is basalt that was part of the volcanic rock this agate formed inside of. I do think this one has some good potential. The only problem is it's very fractured. So either way, it does make for a beautiful specimen. Got a really beautiful piece of petrified wood right here. Oh man, that thing is just gorgeous. Super agatized. Take a look at that. Gotta love it. Kind of an interesting little piece of jasper here with these lines on it. Not one to bring home necessarily, but still interesting. And then just right over here, there's what looks like red petrified wood. Wow. Oh man, that is stunning. Let's clean this off all the way. Wow, would you look at that? Guys, that is just beautiful. I've never seen a piece of petrified wood that's got this red color to it. Wow. So vibrant. That's really cool. Got a bald eagle right here. This gravel bar is just really paying off. Would you have seen this agate? Oh, look at that. Hello, beautiful. Oh boy, that is not small either, is it? Definitely has a quartz pocket in there. I did a really bad job cleaning it off. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So it's got a nice little quartz pocket. I don't see any banding necessarily. But that is a beautiful piece. This is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys are too. I think think we're gonna head down to a slightly different area here in a minute and then hunt for maybe another 20 minutes before we head home. Okay, we are headed over to this little cut bank. Got enough material over here to hunt for a little bit. We've lost our sun, and I think that there's supposed to be some storms coming in this afternoon. In fact, the sky is looking a little dark over there. And here we are. Okay, I've got a little piece of petrified wood. It's actually quite beautiful. I feel like that would tumble really nicely. This is very steep. Yikes. Kind of a fun little pudding stone. That's really cool. I love hunting banks like this. I just feel like, even if you don't find much, it's just fun to be able to see the different layers of the rocks coming out. Is that an agate right there? Nope. Can't tell if this is an agate. It sure looks like it. Let's clean this thing off. Huh. Little moss agate. That's good. I think we're gonna try to make it all the way down there to where those trees are overhanging before we call it a day. Got about 10 more minutes. This is actually kind of cool right here. Look at that. Petrified wood just sitting there. It's another pretty nice pudding stone right here. Spotted rocks. Thanks so much for coming along, guys. If you can't tell, I am on my way out of here. This was an absolute joy. Thanks so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hopefully you're able to get out and do some rock hounding this spring. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Again, I always love hearing from you guys. I can't wait to get out again on the river soon. Don't forget to check out some of the links down in the description of this video. My social media stuff should be down there, as well as my Etsy page. Great ways to support the channel if you're looking to do that. And I'll see you guys again for the next hunt.